So I just bought my wife a brand new Cadillac Escalade to replace the worst purchase of 2020, which was the Lincoln Navigator I bought her. Now, even though that was the worst purchase then, it's actually turned out to be a very good purchase since car prices have skyrocketed. In fact, that car that we bought, even though it has 10,000 more miles, is worth more now today, and I'm gonna make a profit on it and drive it for free. But even with that being said, we ended up getting a brand new car for her, not only to get a tax write-off, but to right the wrongs that we originally made. One of the major mistakes I made with buying that car was that I didn't physically go out and see it, and I didn't realize I bought the wrong car. It was not the extended version I thought I was buying, and the trunk was just so small that we couldn't use it without putting the third row down, which kind of made the whole reason why we bought the car pointless. So all those wrongs have been righted by the purchase of this Escalade. Let's go check it out. So here's the Escalade. We just got the custom wrap on it. Check this out. Beautiful red. I think they call it vampire red or vampire blood or something. And that's exactly what it looks like. So this is actually so much better than the Navigator. And I was actually kind of scared because I did not see it in person. And I was afraid I was gonna make the same mistake as the Navigator, but this one actually had everything that we wanted. It's got the extended back, which you can see right here just by pressing that. You see, before, the Navigator had like the seat to here, and so you couldn't even use the back if you had the third row up. But now we can always keep the third row up, still have room for like the stroller and all the kids stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Before I show you all the cool stuff with the driver, check this out. The kids have so much room over here, and they get their own tablet. It's freaking crazy how much stuff they get. They've got cup holders, tons of space. The third row has a ton of space. I can sit back here really easily, like I'm comfortable. So and you got chargers back here as well. I mean, if you have a family, I've never seen a car this spacious and this luxurious. So I'm really happy with the quality of the Escalade. All right, this is where the fun is. Check out this driver's area. I think this screen is something like 39 inches. It is absolutely enormous, easily the biggest screen I've ever seen in a car. And it has so many things that I haven't even tried out yet that are pretty crazy. Like, look at this dash for the driver right here. Now, I don't know the purpose of this because this is just showing me what's in front, even though I could just look out in front, but it's pretty cool. And at night, it has night vision. I think that's kind of what it is. It's part of the night vision package where it basically just lights up everyone around you. So, you know, if you're at a dark area, especially around our house, you can see what's in front. But along with that, you've got this beautiful auburn interior. One mistake we made with the Navigator was that we got the light beige interior, which for kids does not work. They tear up the beige and it just shows all of these scuffs. The same thing happened with my Tesla when I had it. I had the white interior and it just would always look dirty. So we wanted to get something that was dark, and I wasn't like a big fan of the black because it had the really brown wood, but this auburn interior I really like. So I'm happy with that. Another cool feature, unlike the Navigator, is this wireless charger, okay? This wireless charger fits in super comfortable. It has like this pad so that your phone doesn't move. And the good part is it actually charges your phone. The wireless charger in the Navigator did not charge your phone. If you guys watched my previous video about the Navigator, you will see like within 30 seconds, it just stops charging. Charging active, charging terminated, charging active, charging terminated. So really happy about the charger right here. Really happy about just this console, it's beautiful. I love this shifter right here. And this part is probably the coolest, but actually that was not meant to be a joke, but it really is, you know, pun intended. This is a cooler. This is the coolest part. Like, it just stays cold all the time. Doesn't matter if the car's on or off. We put water in here, it stays cool. It's really cool. Over here, you've got this SD card. I didn't even notice that till I just did this video. So I'm guessing that's for the tablets. You would upload the kids' videos for the tablets. You can turn on the cooler how cold you want it. It's really luxurious. But yeah, let's take it for a drive. Let me show you how it rides. All right, so this car rides a lot higher than the Navigator, and I really didn't make this video to be a comparison between the Escalade and the Navigator, but it's just so much better, you know? I don't think the Navigator is even really close to it. And I'll tell you, the reason we bought the Navigator last year was because the 2018 I felt like was much better than the 2018 Escalade. You know, I thought that Escalade was way far behind and it was kind of a little bit dated. But now this new 2021, it's just so much better than the Navigator. I think it looks cleaner. I love the grille on the outside, and this interior is just immaculate, everything about it. Another thing it has is the massage seats. So right here, I just turn the massage on, and you know, I can change that back portion. I can also change like just doing the top. I could do the bottom. I should probably not do this while I drive, but you guys get the point. It's pretty cool. Like the amount of functionality the massage seats have is really crazy. And if you guys saw the review I did on my Porsche, it's got massage seats as well, which are really nice, but it doesn't have nearly the functionality that the Escalade has. I'm gonna jump on the freeway real quick, and I'm gonna try out a feature that's called Super Cruise. And this is a feature that not many Escalades have because it requires the chip. So if you didn't realize, there's a huge chip shortage, and that's why car prices are surging. And by the way, I'm gonna talk about what I paid for this here later on in the video, but the chip shortage has pretty much eliminated a lot of the higher trim cars because they require so many technical aspects. So when I was looking to buy an Escalade, I wanted to buy a Platinum, either a Sport or just a luxury Platinum, and there just wasn't that many of them. Mainly because the chip shortage. They required more chips to do things like the Super Cruise, like the massage seats and all this stuff. Well, when I said I was gonna buy, I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna spend this much money for a car, I need to get exactly what I want. There's no reason to, you know, just settle when you're kind of spending this amount of money. So I searched high and low for the deal and finally got this one, which is a Sport Platinum, and it has literally every single bell and whistle. And one of these bell and whistles is the Super Cruise, which is kind of their version of autopilot. Supposedly, this is the first ever hands-free driving system. You know, Tesla requires you to put your hands on. The Porsche requires you to put your hands on. Nothing is truly hands-free. So I'm gonna try it out for the first time right now. I don't really know how it works. We've got this cop on our right. Hold up, is he exiting? Okay. All right, so I've got the adaptive cruise control on. Let's, Super Cruise unavailable, no road information. All right, so we can't even use Super Cruise right now. I don't know how it works. Maybe I have to have the navigation on and the Apple CarPlay on or something, but as of now, no Super Cruise demo. But maybe when I do an update, I'll let you know how Super Cruise went. I'll tell you, driving is kind of weird with just having it right here. Like I catch myself watching the video and then also looking at the actual, you know, street. So I don't know if this is more of a hazard or a help, but it's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about why I got this car. Last year, I got Mindy the Lincoln Navigator, and one reason was to get the Section 179 write-off, where we could write off the entire purchase of the vehicle. The other reason was to get a lot of room for our kids. You know, we've got 2 kids now. They like to go and do things, and so we wanted to have a bigger car. She was driving a Lexus RX before that, and it was kind of small. As I said earlier in the video, we were a little bit disappointed when we bought it because we didn't realize how small the back was. We needed the extended back, and initially I looked into just trading that Navigator in the moment I bought it. And when I found out that I was gonna lose like $15,000 by trading it in, I was like, you know what? We don't need it at the moment. We'll just put the 3rd row seat down and whatever. And so we did that for the last year. Well, in 2021, we had a really good year, and I just decided that it was time to upgrade it and get her that car that, you know, has all of the features that we're looking for and the space that we're looking for. And on top of that, get another tax break. You know, by buying this car again, I was able to get another write-off for 2021, and it really makes the cost of this car less. And if you do the math, let's say I'm paying 40% taxes on my income. If this car costs me $100,000, that saves me $40,000 of taxes, effectively making this car $60,000 for me to buy. Now, I wish I paid that price, because that's not what I paid, but you guys kind of get how the tax code works. Now let's talk about what I actually paid for the car then. So up till this year, I had not bought a new car in a long time. Every single car I bought was always used. The Tesla was used, the Lexus was used. Because historically, buying a used car is always the better deal. It loses value the moment it drives off the lot. Well, for the last year, we've been living in this weird time where cars are actually appreciating. And case in point, that Lincoln Navigator I bought last year for $60,000 is now worth $70,000 to $75,000. And I've put 10,000 plus miles on it in the year. So it actually appreciated. We got to drive it for free, and it's just crazy that cars are in this situation. One of my partners at Forever Home Realty, Nick Devitt, bought a Lamborghini Urus. It's the SUV. And his is worth over $50,000 more than what he's paid for it, and he's driven it for like the last 6 months. It's crazy. G-Wagons are going over $100,000 of sticker price. Like, think about that. People are paying over $100,000 than what, you know, it's supposedly worth. So when I looked at 2021 and the fact of whether I should buy a used car or a new car, I was like, well, if I can get a new car that's the same price as a used car or even cheaper, why would I ever buy a used car? And that's exactly what I did with my Porsche. I bought it brand new and I got a really good deal. The MSRP was $200,000. I got it for $159,000, and I could have immediately resold it for $190,000 to even $200,000. In fact, even after driving it for the last 5 months, I could resell it today and make money. The same is true with these Escalades. The MSRP on this car was $118,000. And if you look at what they're selling the Sport Platinums for used, they're asking $140,000, in some places $150,000, and that's used. So when I called around to try and buy a Sport Platinum, nobody had them in stock because nobody had the chips, and anyone who did wanted $140,000, $150,000, because rightfully they say, well, if you don't want to buy ours for that price, go buy a used one. It's the same price. It makes no sense. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized they're right. I searched nationwide for Sport Platinum Escalades, and I could not find anybody willing to sell them for less than $20,000 to $25,000 over MSRP. I told all of my followers, I said, if you can find me a Sport Platinum with this interior, I don't care about the exterior because I'm going to wrap it anyway, that's only $10,000 over MSRP, I'll give you a free course, I'll give you a consultation, whatever you want. Just find me this exact model. And sure enough, all my followers on Instagram went to work, and I had 2 people send me this exact model. I would have never found them without the power of social media. And they said, these guys will sell it to you for, you know, $10,000 over. It's the Sport Platinum, it's exactly what you want. And so I ended up finding the deal, not just once, but twice because of people like you. And I ended up buying this one from Mataga Cadillac in Stockton, California. Shout out to Mataga, you guys hooked it up. I really appreciate it. I love the car. They were just a really good company to work with. And what's ironic is back when I was playing minor league baseball, one of the years I played in Stockton, California, back in 2012, I was part of the Stockton Ports. And so it's just funny to be buying this back in Stockton. I would have never guessed to go look over there, but I'm just happy they had it in stock because there's literally nothing available. You're seeing the base level Escalades that have an MSRP of $90,000 go for $110,000, $120,000. So I was fortunate to get a deal at $10,000 over MSRP, and I really love the car. But overall, for $128,000, I'm really happy with the car. I'm happy that I got the exact model I wanted. And I should also give a shout out to Elite Customs. They hooked it up with the wrap. It looks great. I love the color. I love how it looks with this monochromatic emblem. But anyways, if you want to see an update on this car and what else we buy in 2022, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, make sure you go to wealthyway.com, download our free planner, course, and Discord community. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.